What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and this is MrThisGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spinoff Series Thursdays. Cheer! What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, and this week's sponsorship is from Newsly. Newsly is a all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and read them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in ever on the internet, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topic choose, start playing, start scrolling, and start listening. You can follow any topics as you specifically as you like, from sports, science to Bitcoin, even for the Kardashians. It will find you on the latest article and you read them to you out loud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 50 countries. Our podcast, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, is on there as well. Yes, it is. Shout out to Newsly for that. I started using it as my default podcast app. Download and use Newsly for free from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description. Use the promo code MrGentleman that I will also put in the description and receive 1 month free premium subscription. So you already know, y'all, download Newsly now. Check it out. Support them, y'all. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, and enjoy the show. You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast with Ken, aka MrGentleman,
and your girl Vanna B. Tap in.
Cheer!
Cheer!
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Boys Podcast, and your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast, a part of Spinoff Series Thursday. Hope all is well. On this special Sunday episode of Date Night Talk, myself and Miss Vanna B, we will be discussing dating apps and our experience with them and many more. And y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
Hi, this is Amanda from Dating Will Be the Death of Me, and you are listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and I am the host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they're at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spinoff Series Thursdays, where we have all of MrGentleman Like That Pocket Spinoff series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcasts every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to MrGentleman Like That Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, The Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast.com, and tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for MrGentleman Like That Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of MrGentleman Like That Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Cheer!
Hey, this is your girl, Vanna B, and you're kicking it and listening to my boy on MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And y'all already know what time it is. Time for MrGentleman Like That Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast. We got a special Sunday episode of Date Night Talk, because y'all know this is a part of Spinoff Series Thursday. And today we're going to talk about dating apps. But of course, before we get to the topic, I got to introduce you to my co-host. You know, y'all already know y'all favorite girl. We got Miss Vanna B in the building. Vanna, welcome back.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, MrGentleman. You know, I got to hit my cheer. You know, I've been preparing and working on that. So what's up, y'all? What's up? Thank you for tuning in and y'all feedback and showing love and all that amazing stuff is definitely appreciated. We appreciate it so much.
Yes, and you already know. And welcome back. And of course, before we get to the main topic, first, how you been? Let's give a little update. How have you been?
Well, I will say that, you know, there's a quote in the universe that says we make plans and God laughs. And so life is really life on me very hard this summer. But you know what? God is good. Shout out to my family, my support system. Dope, of course. Shout out to I'm just happy. I'm in a really, really great space. You know, I'm laughing more, smiling more, and you know, the fact that people are seeing me and they're like, they see it coming through, they see it in my skin, they see this glow or whatever I have. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm just like, okay, but you know, I got knocked down for a second, but you know, I'm back, and girl's back, back like I never left.
There you go, and you know, it's good to know that everything's good with you, and that's all that matters. You know, everything's good, and that's all that matters. Yeah. You know, for me, I've been alright, you know, hanging in there, of course. Life, but like you just said, once you get knocked down, just gotta get back up and just go harder, and that's what I've been doing. So, that's what it is. So, I got two questions to ask you. One is a dating related question, and one is a not dating related question. So,
oh boy.
So the first, I'm gonna ask the non-dating related question, so we get this question out of the way.
Okay.
So I'm posting on Facebook now, which four of the artists should go, and I'll put Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, or Cardi B. Out of the four, who would you give it a?
Oh my God! This is okay. So this is why this is hard. Beyonce. Well, I'm gonna give y'all. I'm not telling y'all who I'm getting rid of. I'm giving y'all why. Beyonce is Beyonce. Now say it. Rihanna, my virgin, my Barbados. What's up? Southside Jamaica, Queens and is crazy, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi, and I just love everything. Oh man, how would I get rid of? Who can I live without their music?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, pretty much.
Without their music, I'm gonna say I can live without. Please don't hate me. Please don't hate me. Please don't come for me, BX. Please don't come for me. I can live without Cardi B's music. I would be okay. I will, and I don't want to hear the bias of it's because she's from Queens. No, I can live without Cardi's music. I definitely love like she's very vocal and she stands on a lot of things and stuff. But I can live without her music. I'll be okay.
Okay, there you go.
What about you, sir?
Everybody gonna know my answer already. Cause I talk about this person on the show a whole lot. No, my show on Premier Boys. So it's pretty obvious that I won't get rid of Cardi B. Like I'm not a fan of her at all. So yeah.
Okay. So we're both in the same boat. Look at that.
So we both the same boat. But there you go. So like that's the way. So now my second question, and this is the dating related question. I don't think I ever asked you this. I don't remember if I did. I don't think I ever asked you this. But what is your love language? What is your love language?
Oh! Why are you asking one of my favorite questions for me? Okay, gentlemen, take note. Acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation. Those are my top three, and then the other two will, fall into place. What about you? I know you said one. I named three. I can do that. Period.
Yeah, you good. If I had to say my top three, is quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch. And acts of service. I could do it. Acts of service too. But I'd rather be the one to give them the service. So basically those top three: quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch.
But it's funny that you say that, because I think when it comes to love languages, we have to understand that just because, for example, like quality time might be my love language, like I want my partner to do that for me, does not mean that is how he wants to know. Like his top priority might be acts of service. And I think sometimes, it's nice to switch it up, but I think you need to ask your partner what's your love language, and it's okay. And here's the thing: people be ask like, how do you not know what your love language is? Listen, don't be like that. Have that conversation with your partner or the person that you're dating, and say, what's your love language? If they don't know, pull it up together. Tell one of y'all can take a quiz. There's actually an app. And here I go on my tangent. There's an app, I forgot what it's called, that you and your partner, y'all can take daily tests with each other. Y'all don't have to lip sync with each other. Y'all can sync into each other's phones, and y'all can do stuff like that. So I forgot the name of it. We can plug that later. But there is an app like that exists in the universe.
Oh no, I know, because I remember my old coworker when I first know what the love language was. She told me about the app, and then that's how I found out what mine was. So I forgot the app called as well, but we definitely go to when I find it, we definitely go to plug it in. But there you go. Those are my two questions of the day that we're gonna ask. Now it's time for the main event topic. It's time for talk about dating apps. Our dating apps and stuff like that. So so first thing I'm gonna ask you is how do you feel about dating apps? How do you feel about it?
So this is the thing. This is when I'm gonna show my age. We gonna all show our age. Y'all do realize that we're of the time of Black Planet, MySpace, AOL Messenger, so on and so forth. If you were really, really old school, and I definitely know this is big in New York, the loop telephone thing, the telephone call line, and the telephone chat. So technically speaking, this generation, we low-key was low-key using certain platforms, not directly for dating, but then started using it for dating for that reason. And so now it is a huge, hot commodity to meet people online. We was doing it way back in the day, and we was probably getting catfished the most because there was no FaceTime, there was no any of that. You could just go pull a picture, and that's who you were talking to. We had the ghetto web cameras, so there was no way to really confirm who you were talking to. But anyway, like, I don't knock it. Have I used them? Yes, I have. But yeah, I don't knock it. It is what it is, because it's really, I think it's difficult to meet someone in real life unless you're introduced to someone, or even when you go out, like 9 times out of 10, if you're at a restaurant, you're at a bar or something, everyone's in their phone. And there will be times that you'll be somewhere and, you might see somebody out and about, and then you see them in Instagram and then you slide in their DM. So, are you using Instagram for a dating app too? I'm pretty sure that's coming soon. Facebook got Facebook dating, so why not?
Okay. We're gonna talk about that. but yeah. For me, how I feel about it, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I know for a very long period of time, I tried to avoid dating apps. I mean, of course, you always use regular social media like, Twitter or MySpace, Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we meet people through there. But I never wanted to use dating apps until one day I just had to. And even now, in the year 2023, it still feels weird using one now. Cause now I use it way more now than I did back then. So I mean, yeah. But the follow-up question, in your opinion, do you think dating apps work? In your opinion?
For some people it do. For some people it do. It's almost like how not everything is for everybody, and it also depends on what you're looking for. Like, some people go on dating apps really to find love. Some people go on dating apps to find, a friend with benefits. Well, let me back up. Well, yeah, some of them are, friends with benefits and so on and so forth. And so for some, it might be someone's cup of tea, but it might not be, everybody's cup of tea. Yeah. So some people get success, some people get stuck with a crazy person, or I watch too many Lifetime movies and Law and Order, so we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
for me,
what about you?
As I'm half and half. I feel like it's cool. I feel like if you happen to match with the right person, things could definitely work. But sometimes it don't work. I know people who had something successful on dating that and worked out sometimes for a long period of time. Sometimes for a long time, and sometimes worked out for a couple of years, and then it just ended. I know for me, I haven't really got fully lucky with it, but I feel like once you get that right person, I feel like it's really possible. Once you got that person who you really can match with and really have a good vibe and stuff like that, I think it's possible. I think it could work.
Okay. Gotcha. Do you find that it's hard, like when you do go out to meet people in person? Like, do you feel like our society is so stuck on the phone that you can like literally be sitting next to somebody and like you can't? It's really hard to struck up a conversation because you're so glued. Not you, but like people are so glued to their mobile devices.
Yeah. I think it's more harder now. Since past COVID, I think it's more harder now than it was back then. I think back then when I was club, doing promoting clubs and stuff like that, it was way easier to meet people on the outside. Cause next thing you know,
definitely for sure.
Yeah, cause next thing you know, we could be at the bar talking to somebody. You can say what type of drink that is, and you could just spark a conversation with that, and it just go from there. Or you see somebody dancing dancing, you go dance with them, and you can connect right then. Sometimes that works, sometimes that don't work. But I know, I feel like now, like, cause I just recently went back outside finally, and it felt weird meeting people in the outside. I haven't done it in a very long time, So I feel like it's way more harder now. And also, like you mentioned, like people be on their phone. People be on it, don't know how to have fun like that. People more focused on recording moments instead of enjoying the moment
and being in the moment. Absolutely,
exactly. Yeah, so I feel like it's way harder now. But yeah, how do you feel the same way, Miss Vanna?
Yeah, like I said before, I do feel like it's harder to like meet people out and about and so on and so forth. Yeah, I just find it difficult but also I'm not really, let's be realistic, am I really outside like that right now? I'm not.
Yeah.
But when I am outside, but then also the moments that I spend the moments outside, I'm also just like, we're coming right after work. So I'm kind of just like, not like, whatever. I'm not like, okay, let's go out or something. Like, oh, let's have a girls' night, ladies. Like a ladies' night, let's go out, to a nice restaurant, let's sit and, let's see what we can catch and so on and so forth. It's not like that. And it always, like, when I do go out, it's the days when I'm not looking where something, you meet somebody, so that's why I'm just like, it is what it is. And so I am finding, side note, that I do meet more people when I am at a not work-based events, let me not say that, but when I'm traveling, because I'm stationed in one part, or like when I have to go into the city for like a training or something, I do. Now that's the thing. Maybe it's where like I feel like I do will come in contact with more people trying to speak to me when I am in the city versus when I'm in my borough. Oh yeah, no, when I'm in Queens, I'm in my borough. So sometimes when I'm on like the Long Island Railroad, and 9 times out of 10 after I finish the training in the city, depending where I am, I'm gonna probably go, grab some food somewhere. Ladies, actually no, I'm not gonna drop that jewel yet. I'm gonna hold on to that secret. I'll go to like a nice little restaurant and grab something, and then I might strike up a conversation with someone, and and see if it's chemistry and maybe exchange numbers, maybe not. But it kind of just depends, and it's also the aura that you're putting off as well. The aura and energy, because people can read energy.
Energy is very important. I agree with that. With that. So, what was the first dating app that you ever used? That not an actual social media platform, but I'm talking about an actual dating app. What was your first one that you ever used?
Okay, you said that's not social media. Wait, okay. So like, we talking about?
I talk about actual dating app, but not saying like not Facebook or not IG or stuff like that. I talk about like actual dating apps, like regular dating apps.
So were we not back in the day not considered Black Planet a dating app? Oh no.
Is that a dating app?
Was it Black RIP the Black Planet?
Rest in peace, the Black Planet.
Like, will we consider Black Planet dating app?
I never did. I never did, but maybe it is. Hold on.
Maybe that's a question for us to ask.
Let me MrGentleman, fact check. We gotta look up. Is Black Planet?
Or was Black Planet considered a dating app?
Oh yeah.
What a dating website?
Yeah. Is Black Planet a dating app? Let's find this out. Let's find the information out real quick.
Just now I'm trying to think. What website did I first? Damn. I'm trying to think. Like I know what I.
No, it is a dating app. It was a dating app.
Oh wait a minute. It was or it is. Black Planet still exists?
Yeah, I believe it was a dating app. I believe it was a dating app. Like Black Planet was a dating app.
Okay, so I guess it would be Black Planet because it was a website. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, were we using it? Because I was using. Oh Lord, I'm about to age myself. Black Planet was around. That's Black Planet. God, I was definitely college. What did I call? MySpace was definitely college.
Yeah, Black Planet was definitely in the same era. Was around that same era.
The same era, right? So that's for like high school, college. Yeah. But then also I wasn't. But then I really wasn't also using that in high school because I was high school. But it was when I went away to college, I think I started using it more because I was like, okay, but I don't know. I guess those would be MySpace and Black Planet. I guess I want to say, and also the like again. I feel like the loop was everywhere, but there was a phone line back in the day called the loop, and you would dial a number, and you could like record, like you'll be in chat rooms on the phone. You can record like your handle, your name, and so on and so forth, and then like you can send messages to people. You could direct message people, but it'll be like a voice call. So pretty much the Clubhouse was not similar to a loop, but it was that same concept per se. But it was in the dating world. If I had to compare it to something, it was like, massive chat rooms. You can record messages to people if you're in a room with them. But I don't think it was live. You had to listen to everyone's message, and then whoever you like, you can respond back or direct message them or something.
Yeah. But to answer this question, my first, even though I did have a Black Planet, but I didn't use it for dating though. But if I had to say an actual dating app that I used, or my first one I used, it was Plenty of Fish. Was my first dating app I used.
POF.
POF was my first one. Yeah, and that was back in 2016. When I started, when I was at that time I was at a period where I was single. I was dealing with a situation that didn't work out at the time. I was single, and I wanted to date more. I started going on dates, but also went on that Black Planet because one of my friends had a successful relationship through a dating app at the time. I'm not gonna mention the friend name, but shout out to him. And and see,
wait. Are they still together with that person?
No.
Oh, I was just curious. I'm not having no of y'all.
No, they're not. So after hearing that, I was like, you know what? Let me just try dating that and see if it worked out. So I downloaded Plenty of Fish and stuff like that, and checked it out. And when I went on it, I had very bad luck on it. So it just never worked out. So I was on it for like good while, and then went off it. Then got back on it a year later, and then went off it again. So yeah, I didn't have luck with it. I did not have luck with it. So I just gave up.
Yeah, POF as is affectionately. I'm sorry. POF as is affectionately known. That's where my COVID relationship came from. Yeah, y'all just don't judge me. I think I've been triggered and traumatized ever since then. I was like, yeah, that's about it with you, bro. All right, POF, delete. But I also know people who went on that website and matched, and they're still with that person, they married that person, so on and so forth.
Wow.
Yeah, because I feel like dating apps is really the only thing. Because I'm like, when I'll ask people like, oh, yo, your boyfriend, your husband, he got a friend, a cousin, an uncle, a grandpa, a father. I just say, yeah, nothing. No, all right. Well, to the dating app, we go, everybody. Because it's so ghetto out here.
Yeah, it is. But here's my follow-up question. So, what was your favorite dating app that you ever used, and what was your least favorite dating app you ever used?
My favorite, boy, bye.
Want me to answer this first?
You can go ahead, sir. Go ahead, by all means.
All right. So if I'm going with the least. My least is BLK. And my least. BLK is my least.
Is what?
BLK.
What's that? Oh, black.
Black, yeah, black.
Oh, you don't just say what it is.
and I say that because I went on it recently to give it a try to see, and I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know, it just was weird. I just wasn't feeling it. My second was Bumble. I'm not a fan of Bumble either. I'm not a fan of Bumble.
Isn't Bumble isn't certain apps are known for people who just want to hook up versus
some of them is, yes. Some of them is. Yeah. Some of them definitely is.
Listen, I'm 2 seconds from going on ChristianMingle.com, so if you see me on there, don't say nothing.
But if I had to say my favorite, I would say Hinge. But I haven't really had real bad vibes on that one yet. Not heavy.
Okay.
At least that's just me though. That's just me. What about you though? What about you?
My least favorite. POS because you sent me that relationship. Damn you, Satan. Sagittarius. Let me stop. Sorry, yo. That's my Sag, but I'm sorry. Anyone that knows me knows I'm triggered and traumatized by Sagittarius, literally. Dang. Oh my God, I'm triggered. My favorite. See, I don't mind black. I'm sorry, be okay. Well, I don't know which I want to call it. I don't mind this. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I don't have a favorite, and because I feel like I haven't really been on the app enough to be like, oh, whatever. So I just know what I'm familiar with. So black isn't bad. POS triggered me. I've never been on Tinder. I've never been on Hinge. Excuse me. Bumble. I think Bumble's the one they were like, nah, don't do it, sis.
Yeah, don't do it, please, don't do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. So black is being kind to me. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's the one, that's being kind. That has been kind. Now, let me knock on some wood real quick.
All right, there you go. All right, so next is, what make a good dating profile? Like, what would be, like, say you go on somebody's profile, what would be the first thing that would really catch your attention? Or be when you see a profile, I want to get to know this person. I want to match with this person. What would make a good profile, and what would make you want to match with the person when you look at the profile? Like, what kind of traits?
Their eyes and their smile. Nice eyes and a nice smile will get me. Will definitely get me. So if I see a profile picture and you got stacks in your hand and a bottle in your, and again, listen, I'm not perfect. Everybody got to pass, but for me, and where I am right now, I'm gonna be like, no, please, no, please. Why is that your main profile picture? But again, there might be someone in the world that's gonna like that. It's not. It's just not for me per se. So if anything, I can see your eyes. I can see your smile. If you a nice suit or something, and you're just giving big energy. And my ladies know I don't have to say the whole thing, but when you're giving big energy, it's like, oh, okay, I see you over there. You got the beard all nice and shaped up, if you have a beard, or if I can tell you smell like cocoa butter and shea butter and coconut and argan oil through your phone, my brother, your black brother, I'm a swipe. If you look like you smell like Black and Miles, a night of Hennessy, and halitosis, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
What about you, friend?
For me, I agree with the eyes. Eyes is one thing for me too. If her eyes is nice and gets my attention, that's something. What a person say on her profile, like say what she want or something she like and stuff like that, and it's something that I got in common with her. That's something that would draw to me on their profile that make me want to click match with them,
but see, I'm just going and see. I answered that based on like if I open up Black and you go and you can like either swipe right or left. Like I'm just looking at pictures, so that's the way I'm answering. So like, ooh.
Well, you two answered it right. You two answered the question right though, because you answered it right.
Okay.
You good. I know for me that physical is one thing for me, but I know I'm a type of, I know people be like, people don't read bios. I read bios. Like I'm the type of person that really read bios and really want to see what this person about. If your bio catch my attention, it's a guarantee that I'm a swipe yes to want to see if the conversation go further and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much if you got same stuff in common with me, good bio. Of course, for physical reasons, your eyes or something that about you that I like, then I definitely will swipe yes. And if you seem like a interesting person, or basically if I can see myself get to know this person, I definitely will swipe yes. So Yeah, that's just a few things. That's just a few things though, and that's just a few things. Also, so
But
my
now
next question.
I feel like I'm the shallow person. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking if you did it. I mean, your profile. Okay, yeah, you know, because I do look now. I feel like a shallow person. I'm like, no, I don't only go by looks. Everybody,
No, she
listen, if
does.
you know my track
She
record,
don't. She don't. She don't. She don't. She don't.
like, listen. But you know, I just know like when you open up, that's the first thing you see. Is, you
Exactly.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
from
You're
a
right.
look.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So let me go back. So I'm gonna look at the visual, and then yes, I'm gonna look at your profile and decide how to swipe on you, and well, not and decide if I want to swipe yes or no to you. So that's for me, because I don't want to be like, oh, she just wants a Morris Chestnut, Shamar Moore, Tay Diggs looking. No, guys, I'm just saying, you know.
I mean, but here's the thing, here's the thing, though. Physical and a dating app do play a part, though, because of course you wanna the first thing you just gonna see is looks. So if you like the way they look, that's gonna be a yes for you anyway. But of course, it's do that deeper than just the looks, of course, you know. And I think that you know.
But and this is the thing. This is when I don't know. This can be another conversation for another day or a part 2 or something. Catfishing, right?
Yeah.
So catfishing, exactly, because there's a lot of different types of catfish. But let's start with the basic ones. Sometimes it could be people who are not secure with how they look physically. And you know they do desire that partnership, and they're dope as hell, and it's so crazy. Like people can be so dope, and their personality will make them beautiful, but they don't. From what I see, they don't think that of themselves, so they're over here using other people's pictures. So it's just like the profile is everything that you want. The look of the person is what you desire, and when you're on the phone with them, you know, you have that picture of that person, but then you're also going by the voice, the conversation, the chemistry. So it's like if somebody catfished you, and let's say they wasn't the person that they said that they were, is that an end all be all to your relationship? Do you think that's deceiving? Do you feel like, you know, if you lied about your looks and you can lie about someone else, even though it might just come from a place of insecurity? And there's some people who just catfish, like if you guys watch the show, who catfish just because it's Friday evening at 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and I just want to catfish somebody. You know, there are people who just do have those violent images, or are insecure, or they're afraid that someone won't appreciate who they are, but they're a really dope person when you get to know them.
I'm definitely root for her by that, because if you're lying about one thing, imagine what else you could be lying about, you know. So I agree with you about the catfish thing. Yeah, I would say yeah. And that's actually a good topic. We could talk about that in another episode. That's actually a good topic, actually. I'm gonna hold you. Good job, Miss Vanna. Good job.
Hair flip.
So my next question is a follow-up question. What will be one thing that turn you off on a person profile? Like something that you see, whether it could be a physical appearance part, or something they profile, or something that turn you off about their dating profile.
If you just look like you smell like backwards and old Hennessy, it's just things like that. Or when your profile picture is like sacks of money or like bottles of alcohol, that's just not for me per se. It's not for me. And yes, this is not LinkedIn. It doesn't have to be a professional headshot and so on and so forth. I personally am not a fan. And then also like the pictures of, you know, guys when you want to show you and your sweatpants or just your shorts. It's just like, for all that, go to, which one do we say? Bumble, whatever website is with the shenanigans, go there. It's like, I did not come, it's like an unsolicited pic. It's like, I did not come on this website to look at random prints. No, I'm not going to swipe on you. You can be the coolest dude in the world, but just that would just turn me off. And I also what I hate are incomplete bios. Like it's nothing. It's just a picture or 2 pictures and like your sign or your alleged height. You know, like put some words on there. And that's the one thing I appreciate about Black. Black, you can actually do voice notes, so you can actually as long as they're not catfishing, you can hear the person's voice and so on and so forth. But yeah, like inappropriate pictures or just pictures. And when your whole profile is nothing but and you have no pictures of you in your profile, that's a red flag to me. Also,
you know what? You said a lot of stuff that I agree about. One, incomplete profiles. I agree with that. When you only got one picture, that's a red flag for me. Like, why you only got one picture? We need to see more pictures so we know it's you. You know, I know a lot of people on dating that be like, oh, don't ask me for pictures, but we need to see pictures to see if it's really you. So like, how we on a dating? We on a dating to get to know the person, but how can we know the person if you have no pictures of you? You know, that's one thing. Another thing is when a person on dating have never their friends on their dating apps, whether it is two other people or them and a guy on a dating app. Like, I don't get that. Like, why you got other people on your profile when I'm trying to get to know you? No, that's another.
Because then you got to figure out who the person is. Because it's not gonna put a picture like that. Yeah, and it's like
exactly. Another thing, this is more of a physical part of when it comes to dating profiles. I'm not big with this anyway. A woman with too much piercing on their face. I'm not big on that at all. Yeah, one nose, okay, whatever. But you got two different nose on your chin, on your eyebrow, all that. I don't need all of that. I don't need all of that, you know, stuff like that. No, I'd rather see your natural beauty than all that piercing. You know, but that's just me. That's just me, though. Don't come for me, y'all. That's just me. But yeah, I think those are the three main. I think those are the three main things that I don't really like on a dating profile. It basically your profile incomplete. We have other people in your profile, whether it's two girls or another guy, and the physical part is if you have too much piercing on your face.
And you know what? And let me not say it's a turn off. Let me not say that. I saw it and again, maybe it's because of the field I work in and with and stuff. Don't put a picture of you and your child on the dating app. If you have a kid, that's fine. I understand that. If you have a child, it's fine. I just feel like there's too many creeps in the world. And just don't do that. Like, it's nothing wrong being a proud parent. It's A-okay. I'm all for that. I'm like, for safety reasons, it's like, take that down, please. Please, you know, definitely, you know, do what you want. But just, on the dating app, just take that down.
So, give me a good and bad experience with meeting somebody all through a dating app.
The Sagittarius. The end. I need to stop calling that person that, yo. Let me see. Hold on. Thinking. I mean, yeah, because when it was good, it was good. But once it got bad, it got bad. So I was like, trigger, traumatized. I'm trying to see. Honestly, because I really, I was really rarely using them. So I think that's like the one. And then, can't think of anybody else right now. Like, I'm really trying to I can't tell that story. Nobody. No, pal.
Don't worry. If you can't tell that story, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can't tell the story.
You know what? I could, but I.
Alright, I could do me. I know, like you mentioned, when it's good, it's good. When it's bad. I mean, I haven't fully been in too many. Haven't really meet a lot of people dating apps like that. So I don't really have too much bad. The only bad that I can really say is like me get to know somebody, and then they pretty much ghost me. That's all I can really say. I know there was one person that I did dating to a dating app in 2020, and we had a good conversation like that. We went on one date. It was really good. Even though we went on one date, we were still talking after that. The date was going real good, and then out of nowhere, she just ghosted me out of random. and like I don't know what happened and stuff like that. She popped up again randomly, and then ghosted me again, and never came back. So
I hope she blocked now.
Well, she kind of is. I haven't spoken to that girl since 2020. So yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. And the good, I mean, another person I met, and we had a relationship, but then of course it went bad later. I told the story before. It went bad, and we agreed that things wasn't gonna work out, and I've been single ever since. So yeah, and yeah. I mean, I don't have really much experiences, but I am looking forward to have more experiences.
I just thought about it.
But yeah. Oh, what happened?
I do have a good one. So I did meet somebody like years ago. So this was this pre-COVID? This was definitely pre-COVID. Yes, it was because I was so young. And it was a long distance situation. But like we visited each other. Cool, he's mad dope. Like, shout out to him and calling me because we're actually really cool now. And so we it didn't work out, which is fine. We don't hate each other. We literally talk every other day. Excuse me. And it's like I got a friend out of it. The issue is the distance, and like if this person wants to move closer, we talked about it, but then we whatever. But man, cool gentleman. Anytime I need to talk, vent, when I need relationship advice, he's there to listen. He gives me advice. He puts me in my place, and he'll be like, Vanna, you're bugging, and you just sit down and you listen to this, and he gives me a perspective. So yeah, so even though it didn't work out in a relationship, and that's a relationship, we do have a really, really dope friendship. So yeah, I had to think about it, and I'm like, oh yeah.
And I'm not gonna hold you. The best type of relationship is getting out of that is a friendship. So I'm happy for you for that. That's really dope. That's really dope. I ain't gonna lie. So that's really dope. No, I wish I had that good happy ending, but I keep getting ghosts. I keep getting ghosts. So
we gonna work on that. We no more ghosting. We gonna work on that in the year 2024. We gonna work on it, y'all.
Yeah. Hashtag no more ghosting 2024. No more ghosting 2024. So, which one do you rather prefer? Dating through an app / online, or meeting the person in person?
Meeting in person.
And explain why.
Because you pretty much, I think in person, because you're visually seeing the person, they are who they are physically. You don't have to worry about them popping up and you can see the hairline is hairlining, if they're taller, shorter, so on and so forth. So you're meeting the physical representation, and you can actually see if you have chemistry in a way with that person. I think when you're doing it online, it's like playing dice. You're taking a gamble. It's like you're hoping that this is a person, that they are who they are physically. If they're, like their height, their size, their color, their race, their hair, this, their that, and so on and so forth. So I think it's like more of it's like what you're getting in real life. Online dating, it could be a whole catfish.
Yeah. I know for me, I agree with you. I definitely am meeting in person, and I say that because one, if the chemistry is real or not, if the feeling's real. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys spend time with the person to get to know them. The vibe will feel better, and of course, the physical part, because you actually, be there with them physically. And I feel that is much better instead of when the dating app, you're wondering if they're catfish, you're wondering if they're feeling you, you're wondering, you have to feel like you're walking on eggshells if you really get to know the person, or if they're gonna ghost you again, stuff like that. Stuff like that.
I have a question.
So yeah. And what's your question, Ms. Vanna?
So I have a random question. So if you're on a dating app, and let's say you and the person been messaging for like a week, back and forth, week and a half, so on and so forth, how long should you wait before you give someone your actual either? Well, some people might still be using Google numbers or text now numbers or your real number. How long do you wait before like someone offers their number?
I'm not gonna hold you. That is a really good question. That's a really good question. I know for me, usually is when I feel like the vibe is right, when I feel like it's the right moment. Usually the case. But sometimes you don't want to go back and forth through a dating app, and that's all it's going to be. That's all it's going to be, because that's going to just make the person lose the interest. I mean, to be honest, shoot. That's a good question. I'm not even gonna hold you. Oh my god, that's a good question. That's a good question. I would want to say before the month is up, at least. Before the month is up, at least. I guess maybe 2-3 weeks. I don't know. I guess it's me and the person got the same mutual understanding in terms of when to get to know each other outside of the app. That's more most likely. But if I had to say based on numbers, probably 2 to 3 weeks, maybe.
Okay, yeah. So let's see. How many months in a week? It's like 5. How many weeks? I'm tired, y'all. Apologize.
Like,
how many weeks in a month? Normally it's 5 to 6 weeks, right? No.
Yeah. 4 to 5.
Okay. So let's say, okay, if you meet somebody, let's go. Okay, you meet someone today. We got 2 weeks left of the month. So if I meet you today, so by let's say roughly the week ending in the 30th. Then I'll know if I'm giving you my number. Okay, so after I give you my number, we're texting back and forth, so on and so forth. Now we're in October. How soon then you do plan to meet up with that person? Like
It's usually, like I said, it usually depends on the person, really. But I would probably say later in that month. All right, I would say later that month. If we start playing at the date and stuff like that, it will guarantee be later that month.
Okay, so we're looking at maybe like the week of the 15th, my birthday week. Shout out to the Libras, our season's coming, baby. Shout out, ding ding. You know what we did. Okay, interesting. Do you find it weird, or do you find it overly aggressive, or do you not mind it if someone like you've been going back and forth with somebody for a week? Literally, it's almost like instant messenger. Like you can send them a message right now. You close your app, come back 2 minutes later, and they're answering, responding. Do you find it weird if the person's like, you know what? I'm really not like I really like our vibe right now. I know it's only been a week or 5 days or whatever. Here's my number. Text me. Do you find that that's weird, overly aggressive, or you're like, oh, okay, it doesn't bother me?
If the person does to me, I don't find it weird. I feel like if I did it to the other person, they would find it weird. Depends on, yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it. If I get to know and I already interested in the person, and we want to take it off the app, I don't mind. If she okay with it, I don't mind it. But I usually pretty much based on the girl if they okay with it. Cause some of them could not be ready. Cause some of them could think that the other guy is a catfish. They do try to figure out what the guy really wants from them and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They do try to get to that because they don't want to give somebody a number and the guy is a total dick or a douchebag or a stalker or stuff like that. So I understand why. That's why I always want to make sure the woman is ready. Like if it's time,
comfortable.
Comfortable, exactly. It's comfortable. I want to wait and make sure she's ready instead of this. Hey, here's my number. This because guaranteed she's gonna unmatch me as soon as I do that. So yeah, I'm most likely when the woman's ready. Yeah, that's how I usually do it.
Okay.
But Vanna, what about you? The same question you asked me, or that. Like, or that same thing you asked me. Like, what time limit would you usually do when you talk to somebody?
Oh, boy, me in my mouth, y'all. Pause.
already know by the they told you. You already know the deal already. You should know this by now. Season 2, episode 3. You should know this already.
I know, right? Listen. Okay, so I don't mind it. Like, if me and you are going back and forth for like a week straight, you know, because respectfully, on any notification, on any app, the only app that I have notifications on, and don't judge me, y'all, is a Monopoly game.
That's a fact, yo. That's a fact. All right, before we continue, stop taking my money. By the way, stop taking my money. Continue.
Yeah, I'm losing friends left and right on the Monopoly. Yo. And then I'm trolling people, screenshotting and showing, like, right now I'm low, but this week I was doing numbers. Okay. But even on Monopoly, I take all those notifications, and like my work stuff, I have notifications on. So I could have to say, like, I don't have notifications on like the whatever platform I decide to be on, so on and so forth. So then that means I manually have to go in and check my messages and see if you know hit me up or whatever. So if I'm doing that and then like and I let the person know, like, hey, I don't have notifications on my phone, nor am I turning them on because that drains your battery. It's too much. With the work I do, I'm not between my phone and my watch, everything's gonna be going off. I don't have time for that. You know, so if I do see a vibe and I see, okay, like, you know, we're going back and forth, you're attentive, you are, you know, you're, and things like that. If it's something within 5 days or a week, I don't mind giving you my number. I don't mind it.
There they go.
Like, no, like, yeah. Yeah. And as far as like us going out or meeting up, again, it depends on the vibe and so on and so forth. And I'll try to say something, but I feel like I don't know who and what listens to this podcast. So let me not say that. But you know, yeah, like, I mean, we can do like a month in and stuff, and like us meeting up, it can be something like simple. It could be, you know, because I do find there are people in my neighborhood, and I'm like, see, I'm a little leery about that, because that be the day you be outside looking great, like, you know, just running to the store, and then after you run into that person, or low key, or low key, I'm not gonna. I can say this: there is someone that hit me up on an app, and we go to the same gym, and I've seen this person in the gym, and I was like, nah, you're not seeing me like this. Not that you're not seeing me like this, because it was one day, like, and then I think that later on that day on the app, they were like, yo, I was in the gym around, and I was like, yeah, I was there too. Oh, it was whatever. But yeah, I don't know what my thought was.
No, Queen, I got a follow-up question. Thank you for bringing that up. I got a follow-up question about that. All right, so do you find it weird when you're on a dating app and you see somebody you know on a dating app, whether you just know them or whether you have a crush on them or something like that? Do you find that weird? How you feel about that? Thank you for bringing it up. I'm curious to know.
I don't find it weird. It's like, okay, you want to date an app. But if I have a question on you and I'm not letting it know, like, that I'm going to app, then like, oh, let me make a profile real quick. But no. Yeah, if I know somebody and I see them on the app, then they're on the app. I mean, I think for me, I'm more leery because of the type of, I think I'm more leery just based on the type, my career and the work that I do, because it kind of makes sense, because God knows who and what, and then I be thinking, I'm like, oh Lord. But yeah, if I see somebody that I know, man, that's your business. You know, if I like you, I have a crush on you, I'm gonna swipe left on you, right? Left is good, yeah. Or whatever. Or I'm gonna click the heart. So it doesn't really bother me. It is funny though. They're like, yo, I think I saw your profile or so and so. You be like, huh? What'd you say? My phone's about to die. Good night. Like,
yo, I'm not gonna lie. I do find that a little weird in my opinion, because it be some people I do see that I know and I swipe left, and yeah, and then when I talk to the person on the platform by mistake, it'd be awkward after that, because they know that swipe. So I can hold it be a little weird. It was one time, I got a story. It was one time, I'm on a dating app, I see this girl that you know, look good and stuff like that. Okay. I swipe left and stuff like that. She matched me back. And the first thing the girl said, "Hey Ken, you know you got me on IG, right?" I was like, "And I do." Because mind you, I got like over 10,000 people on IG, so I don't know that. I don't know that it was somebody I already had on my IG. It felt weird after that. It felt weird after that, like to even continue the conversation. Yeah, it felt weird after that. I like, oh, damn.
Really? So that's almost like, you know, like how you be somewhere, and like you'll be at a party or something, and this is happening. I've been either at like a barbecue or something, a party in the mall, and I get the DMs like there's someone like following me on Instagram, and they're like, yo, I saw you at so and so, and you had on this and this on. Why didn't you say something? I don't understand why people do that. Like, what is? I'm not like I'm a regular person. You can come and say hi to me. It's okay. You know, it's like it's fine. Like I hate, but you know, but like, oh, I was shy, or I didn't know you wanted to be bothered. But it's like, but then you hit me like, oh, I saw you in the mall, or I saw you here, I saw you on the avenue, I saw you wherever, and you know, so on and so forth. I'm just like, please speak to me. Don't be that person.
No, I'm sure I can relate to that because there's a lot of people who always say, "Hey, are you MrGentleman?" Like, yeah. And plus, my eyes be bad, so I can't really see who you are. And I always be like, when I see somebody I know, and I don't know that's them, I do hit them. I was like, when you at this certain place, they're like, yeah, well, how come you didn't see me? Because I don't know that's you, because my eyes bad. Which would be the truth, my eyes really bad. So yeah, I do have them moments as well. It's weird. I do have them moments as well. But yeah, I just want to say, Vanna, this was a good topic. Thank you, because I wanted to hear the woman point of view on this topic. And I was, you know, curious, you know, stuff like that. So we're happy we got to do the topic. But before we go, do we got any final words or any final question about the topic?
If you see me on the app, mind your business, and you know, you just like, well, mind your business, because we're not gonna talk. Because y'all gonna be like, Vanna, I thought that mind your business, y'all. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. And I think that's it from what I can think of. You know, dating app, you know, it's not for the faint of heart. May the strongest survive. Catfishing is real. Don't be over here sending money and $10,000 to people that you ain't never seen before, because we've seen it happening on these shows and stuff. Yeah. Like 90 Day Fiance. We gotta do a catfish episode. Like even if it's like a 20-minute something. Like, because these TV shows and catfish is crazy. But anywho. But you know, happy fishing, y'all. Happy dating. You know, I hope everyone finds their match or finds their king and queen, or, you know, their partner, let's be, you know, inclusive, and so on and so forth. What about you, sir?
Well, I was gonna say this: whether you dating outside or you looking for love at any other places, whether it's a club, library, bookstore, movies, anything fun, bowling, or you're on the dating app, make sure you date safe and date with a purpose. You know, we all getting older. You need to stop playing games. If you don't like somebody, stop playing game with them and just be real with them. And just go for the person that you really want, or go with the person that you feel match your vibe and match your energy. You know? And
there's a person that I want in the universe. I saw them twice in 1 week, and I was like, oh my God, what a king. What a king. But in his working service, I was like, I don't think you're supposed to approach these people while they're working. What a king. But no, like, all jokes aside, so whether so find your love, y'all. I better find your love, and I better find your heart. And you know where to reach me and find me. Holla at your girl on Instagram, Vanna, VANNA_BEE. And, you know, definitely feel free to send a DM with suggestions for topics, questions, because I think we should do like a Q&A episode coming up soon. You know, also, again, big up Libra gang. I see this coming. You know, Virgo, it was nice to jack his head out somewhere.
But thank you, Vanna, for doing this episode with me again, and thank you for checking out another episode of Date Night Talk. Thank you, and we'll be right back. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, the Gentleman Like the Podcast, and the Premier Boy Podcast. And this commercial is brought to you by the Premier Boy Podcast, where where we talk about anything about the culture. Hosted by myself, Ken, aka MrGentleman, Mr. Aaron Sands from King Talk with Aaron Sands, the Star Riding Ride, who is also my co-host of the Old School Show, and Long Live the Chief Mally Mal. And we talk many topics from politics, music, sex, love, relationships, and many more. And also every topic that's going on in the news right now. Many of our topics are very controversial, and the podcast show might not be for everybody because we talk about many explicit content. And yeah, so if y'all decided to check out the show, y'all be warned because y'all might need a drink or two. And yeah, because this podcast is so crazy. I'm shocked that it had not got canceled yet. So if y'all looking forward to listen to the Premier Boy Podcast, check it out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and many more. Each and every Wednesday at 12 a.m. You can check out the Premier Boy Podcast with myself, Mr. Aaron Sands, Star Riding Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mally Mal. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. Have a good day and night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Yeah! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning in to this latest episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Presents Date Night Talk Podcast, a part of Spinoff Series Thursdays. Thank you to my co-host, Ms. Vanna B, as always, for being amazing and always helping me help this Date Night Talk show grow. And I really appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to doing more episodes with you. You already know where MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast is at every week. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. for the main series. We will return back to our regularly scheduled program next Sunday at 12 a.m. and every Thursdays for Spinoff Series Thursdays, where we have shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Ms. Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. and the Old School Show with myself and the Star Riding Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 p.m. And you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and Pod Chasers. The more y'all rate the show, the more people know about MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. You can also check me out on the Premier Boys Podcast with myself, Aaron Sands, Star Riding Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mally Mal. Season 4 of the Premier Boys Podcast, January 24th, 2024. I repeat, January 24th, 2024, Season 4 of the Premier Boys Podcast. If you want to be a guest on MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast for the main series or spin-off series Thursday, send me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email, YPGENT@gmail.com or Ken_MrGentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _Mr. MrGentleman, GENTLEMAN, and we can set something up because I am looking for guests for season 7 and beyond, and all the show for Spinoff Series Thursdays. So hit me up if you're interested in being a guest. Y'all can add me on Good Pods, Ken, MrGentleman. Y'all already know Good Pod catered to many independent podcasters. You can see what everybody listens to. We can rate each other's shows, and we have the charts. And at this time, we have the MrGentleman Lifestyle Achievements, where we spotlight everything MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast is doing. And of course, we got the Good Pod charts for top 100 shows. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast dropped to number 9 on top 100 show for the normal charts, and number 6 on the indie charts. for society and culture, we dropped to number 2 for both normal and indie charts. Thank y'all for getting us back to number 1, and it's been cool being back at number 1. And once again, thank y'all for continuing to show love to MrGentleman, like the podcast. At this point, y'all already know charts don't matter, but as long as y'all continue to listen, share, tell a friend, rate, leave a comment, buy merch. Any support means a lot, and honestly, I appreciate each and every one of y'all who've been supporting the show, who never switched up. I thank y'all, and it really means a lot. Check out the official MrGentleman Like the Podcast website, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com, where y'all can listen to every episode of MrGentleman Like the Podcast. Y'all can watch every video of MrGentleman Like the Podcast, from regular episodes, from MrGentleman Like the Podcast TV, from MrGentleman Facts Quote of the Day, and many more. Y'all can check out every guest profile that's been on my show. All 62 guests is up there. More guests will be added this season. Y'all can check out every guest appearance that I've been on. From the Things About Us with Willie and Fiona, from the Quizgasm with Kendra, and the newest guest appearance that I've been on, Opinionated Lashes with Sonia, Jessica, and Dawn. Check the episode out. It's a really funny episode. And of course, I can buy merch through the MrGentleman Like That Podcast. Just go to tpublic.com and search MrGentleman Like That Podcast store, and y'all can buy your merch right there. Or y'all can just buy it through the website at www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. Support MrGentleman Like the Podcast and continue to support the show. Thank you to everybody that listened, rated, reviewed, tell a friend, got me on the charts and everything. Like I said every episode, it really means a lot. And thank y'all for continuing to make the show grow. And once again, thank y'all for tuning into this latest episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Date Night Talk Podcast. Another new episode of Date Night Talk with myself and Miss Vanna B. This Thursday at 12 a.m. Y'all getting 2 Date Night Talk episodes this week. The second Date Night Talk episode will be on a normal schedule this Thursday at 12 a.m. And then we will return with season 7 of MrGentleman Like That Podcast next Sunday at 12 a.m. Have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode.
This is Graham,
Sarah,
And Michaela
from the Chime In Podcast.
and you're listening to
MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.